Now in this video, as I said, it's going to be a full set of crochet dreadlocks. I am using this crochet needle seen here in this video. It has 3 crochet needle heads, and we're using extension also to create these dreadlocks. Now if you already have a length of hair on your head, you don't need to use extensions. If you have short hair, you can still use this process to start your dreadlocks. If you get the hair, the afro kinky bulk hair, and it says 10 inches, it does not mean your locks will be 10 inches. The hair is actually being wrapped and entangled, creating a shorter length in the locks. Now this process can be done in one go instantly, or I can make the hair ahead of time and attach them at the appointment. Now the main advantage to having instant dreadlocks using the crochet method is that there is very little care involved at home in between seeing your stylist. You don't have to be so careful about washing your hair or doing any of those things, because you have instantly matured feeling locks. You know I got it locked, so please subscribe and turn your notification on. So you are back for another video. That's good for you, and thank you for tuning in. Now if you are new and you haven't subscribed yet, please go right ahead and do so right now. Don't forget to like and make any comments you wish to make below. I'll be more than happy to respond to them. So today what I'm doing is a full head of instant dreadlocks using the crochet method. Now the crochet method is something you would have seen me use in a previous video where I did a third of someone's head of dreadlock repairing. So check out that video after this one if you want to see what can be done to repair your dreadlocks. Now in this video, as I said, it's going to be a full set of crochet dreadlocks. And crochet dreadlocks, in that I am using this crochet needle seen here in this video. It has 3 crochet needle heads, and we're using extension also to create these dreadlocks. Now if you already have a length of hair on your head, you don't need to use extensions. If you have short hair, you can still use this process to start your dreadlocks. You don't need extensions. You only need extensions if you think you don't want to wait for your hair to grow to a certain length, or if you wish to extend your current dreadlocks that you currently have, or if you just want, instant dreadlocks with, a manageable length that you won't have to go through the whole patience waiting process that people normally go through to start their dreadlocks. It is totally up to you. This client got the hair that's matching to his hair, and this is the afro kinky bulk hair. It comes in different brands. It's available on different websites. I am in Toronto. There are stores in Toronto that sells these hair, and I always recommend a particular store to my clients where they can get the hair in a number of different shades. Now for this client, I am doing the instant crochet locks large. These are large ones. They're medium to large, and the parting that I'm doing for this client today is the brick pattern in the back and grid pattern in the front. So I normally work from home. However, due to COVID-19, I am doing home visits to my clients if you're already existing clients, or I may set up a call with you to verify identification before visiting your home. So today I am at my client's house. Now, another thing to note is when you get the hair, if you get the hair, the Afro Kinky bulk hair, and it says 10 inches, it does not mean your locks will be 10 inches. If you already have hair and you're extending that length, then you'll end up with more. If you don't have much hair, as with this client, you will end up with probably less than 10 inches of hair in the end, because with crochet dreadlocks, the hair is actually being wrapped and entangled, creating a shorter length in the locks. So you can get longer hair if you buy longer hair in the bulk hair. Otherwise, I can extend that hair that you have. If it's 10 inches of hair, I can extend it to make it as long as you want it, because it's the same process that I would use to extend the roots that I would use to extend the bulk hair onto each other. So this is also left up to you. Now this process can be done in one go instantly, or I can make the hair ahead of time and attach them at the appointment. If you choose to create the hair ahead of time, the locks ahead of time, and have me attach them at the appointment, I would need to have a consultation with you beforehand, where I'm able to estimate the size of the parts, the locks that will be used, do a sample lock on your hair, so I have a good understanding of what size part to ratio would be suitable for you. Once I have this information, I can create those locks. Once you drop the hair off to me, I can create those locks for you, and then at the appointment, I just attach them. This will lessen the amount of time that you sit in front of me to get the hair done. As with this locks that I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm doing it from scratch instantly on the client's head. This takes a very long time, and you can save yourself that time by having me create those locks ahead of time once you pay a deposit and once you've had the consultation where I'm able to do an assessment of the hair. You will notice that I am interlocking the hair from all different sides. I'm going crossway, I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm taking the hair in different directions to create this lock and forming it into a solid dreadlock. Now this client has sent me an updated photo after the first wash, because I asked him to send me one, just to show you what the hair looks like after the first wash. He did his first wash about 4 days after getting it done, because he has a very active lifestyle. Now this is perfect for persons who have active lifestyles. They're not able to do the comb twists, the comb coils to start their locks, and prefer something more solid, more permanent, something that won't unravel, but it's just fixed in place and won't get damaged at all. So I will post a photo in the end of this video of what the hair looks like after the first wash. Now at the first follow-up appointment, I will check to see if any of the locks have softened or fluffed out in any area. I will retighten those areas, but normally this is not expected to happen. It can, but I am so thorough in how I create these locks that it is likely that I won't see any that has fluffed out. Now, for a question that might be at the forefront of your mind right now, you're probably wondering, how long did it take me to do the entire head of dreadlocks at this large size? Well, because I was doing these locks instantly without creating beforehand the dreadlocks, it actually took me almost 8 hours non-stop working to complete the entire hair. Yes, it did take me that long. Anyway, one of the reasons it took me that long also is because I changed my needles. I had a smaller needle beforehand which broke. I changed my needles to use this larger one, which is easier on my hand. I don't get stuck by the needle. The smaller needle usually sometimes will prick me at times. With the larger needle, I don't get those pricks on my fingers at all. So I prefer to use this for safety. But the smaller point needles are actually, I think they're faster to use, especially if you're doing small locks. For this larger type of dreadlocks, this larger needle is perfect, but I do find that it takes a bit more time to complete the locks. Now you will see me feed additional pieces of hair into the lock at the middle or at the end. This is due to the fact that sometimes the hair that I add is not thick enough to match up with the rest of the lock, and I need to ensure uniformity along the shaft of the lock. Instead of having a thin bottom and a thick top, I try to have a uniformed lock throughout. The ends are usually a little thinner, but I try not to have them too thin where it's so obvious. So this is why I feed hair into the lock, just to create a thicker bottom than the natural thinning of at the bottom of the Afro kinky bulk hair, because it does have like a tapered thinness to it. Also, this helps me to blunt the ends of the lock without them being too skinny at the ends. Now, the main advantage to having instant dreadlocks using the crochet method is that there is very little care involved at home in between seeing your stylist. You don't have to be so careful about washing your hair or doing any of those things, because you have instantly matured feeling locks that will stand up to water, exercise, whatever it is you do on your daily on a daily basis. These things are not affected. All you have to do is protect your locks from lint buildup. So you wear a cap to your bed over your locks as anyone else would do, to prevent that from happening to you. Aside from this, there's really no kind of maintenance aside from washing, oiling, conditioning. You know I got it locked, so please subscribe and turn your notification on.